an air conditioner running backwards. And with heat pumps, big expensive problems begin as small affordable problems that were ignored for way too long. Routine maintenance will keep your heat pump happily doing its job long after everyone else's has laid down and died. Let Gettle rejuvenate your heat pump, and it will say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you 24 hours a day. Just $129. And while we're there, we'll do a complete safety check and replace all the batteries in all your carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. No charge. You'll get a free Gettle flashlight, and you won't have to worry about being woke up in the middle of the night by that evil chirping of a dying smoke detector battery. No one knows heating and cooling like Gettle. Goettl. It'll keep you cool, but it's hard to spell. Call right now, okay?
Do you have a house in need of repairs? Are you going through a financial difficulty? Do you have a property that has title issues on it? My name is Troy Kearns with Platinum Real Estate Professionals, and I specialize in buying houses that no one wants to deal with. Write my number down. 702-912-4871. That's 702-912-4871. Listen, things get tough out there. I understand. I'm here to help you out. I'll buy your house for cash, no matter what the condition is, no matter what the problem is. I will help you solve the problem. I buy land, commercial property, residential property. You got a shack in the middle of Searchlight? I'll buy it. Let's do a deal. Call me right now. My name is Troy Kearns, 702-912-4871. Troy Kearns with Platinum Real Estate Professionals, 702-912-4871. Call me, text me, whatever you need to do. Get a hold of me right now, 702-912-4871, or log on to troykearns.com. We buy houses for investment purposes only at a discounted price.
Introducing the all-new 2019 Subaru Forester. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive with 33 miles per gallon, plus standard EyeSight driver assist technology. The SUV for all you love.
EPA estimated highway. Actual mileage may vary. EyeSight is a driver assist system that may not operate optimally under all driving conditions. Driver is responsible for safe and attentive driving. System effectiveness depends on many factors. See owner's manual.
SubaruLasVegas.com.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-501-3689 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
Vegas happens at the iconic Las Vegas Country Club, established in 1967. If the trees on our course and the walls of our clubhouse could talk, they'd tell you stories about PGA Tour and LPGA Tour champions, the biggest business deals in Las Vegas history, and how for 6 decades, this special place has been the social hub of Las Vegas. We're now accepting new individual and corporate members. Visit LasVegasCC.com or call 734-1122 and become part of our story today. The tradition continues.
If you're lucky enough to live near the Napoli's Pizzeria on Warm Springs Road or the location on West Sahara, you're in for a treat. During game time, these 2 locations are offering a 1-topping 18-inch pizza and 10 wings for just $25.99. That's a huge 1-topping 18-inch pizza and 10 wings for $25.99. And don't forget, whenever there's a football game on, beer is just $2 at Napoli's. When you crave great pizza, Napoli's Pizzeria is the place to go. For the complete menu, just click LasVegasPizzeria.com.
Everyone knows that even good people fall on hard times. Your credit cards get maxed out, and you get behind on your taxes. Unfortunately, the IRS is not as understanding, and they won't stop until they collect. They have the power to take your paycheck, freeze your bank accounts. Even your home or business could be at risk. It's simply not worth it to take on the IRS by yourself. You need to call the experts at Optima Tax Relief. When you call, be sure to ask about the Fresh Start Initiative. It's a special IRS tax debt assistance program that could save you thousands, even tens of thousands. Optima will immediately provide you with a team of professionals who could protect you from the IRS, ensuring that you get the best possible outcome. The Better Business Bureau has awarded them an A+ rating, and you will too. So put the hard times behind you and call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When it comes to dependability in car batteries, no one beats Interstate Batteries. Interstate Batteries has been providing outrageously dependable starting power for over 65 years. With over 200,000 dealers nationwide, there's one near you. Just click on interstatebatteries.com.
Time to start planning for the 2019 swim season. Call B&D Pool Plastering and remodel your tired-looking pool. With B&D's 2019 swim season pricing, beat the rush. For a free estimate, call B&D Pool Plastering, 702-644-8980.
Hello, friends. This is Thomas Johnson from Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. Need a great idea for lunch or dinner? Your best bet is Joe's, one of the most popular dining destinations on the Strip. Joe's provides the ideal setting for private parties with accommodations for up to 150 guests. Stop by to see us at the Forum Shops at Caesars and ask for Thomas Johnson, your maitre d'.
How much am I looking forward to tomorrow? Normally, I'm at the stage where it's like, the next day can take its time getting here because I'm getting up there. I don't like the calendar flipping that fast. But I can't wait for tomorrow because I'm meeting Matt Newmans and a couple of guys from Caesars down there for lunch tomorrow. Can't wait to get to Joe's. Make a reservation for yourself. I'm serious. If you want to have dinner this weekend at Joe's, this town's going to be a little bit busy. I wouldn't wait, okay? And book now for Valentine's Day. It's just a couple of weeks away. It's what, the 14th, right? Is that Valentine's
always
Day?
The 14th,
right?
Yeah,
well, no, I forget dates.
And January 1st is always on the first day of January.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So February 14th, by my calculations, we've got 3 and 14. We got 17 days left till Valentine's Day. And if you wait, you're going to get shut out at the best restaurants, okay? You will not be able to make a reservation because they'll be completely booked. So do it now, all right? Just like the old Bill O'Reilly statement. Do it now. I can't use the other words that he used in that. But 702-792-9222 is the phone number. We'll do it now at the Caesars, at the Forum Shops at Caesars with Joe's. You will have a great time for Valentine's Day. So, Ralph, you decided to be you're being very benevolent today.
Yeah,
you have two angles.
We're going to talk about an angle of the day, but some people can't play this, and I understand that it's an added game in college basketball.
I mean, an extra game.
An extra game,
right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I understand everyone doesn't have the ability to do that. If you have a few outs, you do. But, I love playing low totals. This total is 121.5, and it's a SWAC game, and it's Alabama A&M and Alcorn State. Alabama A&M now 3-10 over/under their last 13 games at home. Alcorn State 2-8 over/under on the road their last 10 games. Both fit into the system. Plus Alabama A&M, for those that don't follow them, there's 353 teams in Division I. Mm-hmm. They are number 353 in offense and a very slow tempo team. Alcorn State number 300 in tempo. So that is the play of the day. But I wanted to add something about the NBA, and there's a play that will occur tonight as well. And that play is on Charlotte -12, and we're fading the New York Knicks, and I'll tell you why. This year, the NBA went to a longer schedule. They started in October. They
wanted to space out more games.
Yeah, they don't want those superstars taking off those TV games.
I think they were hoping that this would cut back on the number of rest days for superstars.
Right.
I don't know whether that's working or not, but the fact is there's more time between games now.
When LeBron was with Cleveland that last year and when he went to San Antonio and didn't play, listen, these West Coast people buy tickets to one game. It's to LeBron. The NBA wants their players out there. So what they did is they have fewer back-to-back games. So I went back to look at how back-to-back games are getting played this year compared to the previous few years. Well, just blindly, back-to-back games from 2015 to the 2017 season, the last 3 seasons prior to this, they were 7-14 and 7-06, 50.2%. Okay. It was the back-to-backs were just a regular game. It didn't matter. Enough teams played them regularly. The lines adjusted, and they were just the same thing.
I feel this is leading toward a change.
It is. This year, 107, 126, and 7, 45.3%. So almost a 5% gap from a three-year record to a current year record.
So we're not talking about making a fortune, but if you just blind bet against each one of these teams, you're actually ahead.
Correct. And now when you're playing a back-to-back game on the road, the previous 3 years, 472 and 485, 49.3%. So again, the Mendoza line this year, 63, 75, and 5, 44%. So a 5% difference against on the road. The Knicks are playing back-to-back game On the road, Charlotte's laying 12 against them tonight.
So small advantage for Charlotte.
That's a bonus play, yes.
All right, there you go. So let's get back into the Super Bowl. And we want to focus on a little bit of prop stuff here. And I think one area where we seem to be in agreement is that the over props on field goals might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, we have bend but both don't break defenses on New England. You have the dome. I mean, both of these teams are outdoor teams that have the kickers are at a disadvantage compared to dome kickers. We've seen it
Not
matter.
so much with L.A. because the weather isn't an issue there, but for New England, certainly the weather can sometimes be a big issue.
Yeah, so, and sometimes when you play in those grass fields, it's horrendous.
Yep.
We've seen, that's a different story. But, we talked with Chuck Esposito, and he said that longest field goal area. So, we both agreed that was a nice play. Betting the longest field goal over, I think he said
46 and a half.
46 and a half, he thought. And another prop that I'm pulling off the top of my head, but it was, I'm fairly certain it was both teams will make a field goal longer than 34 and a half yards, and that was even money both ways.
Well, and I like that particularly because we've got a real possibility here when we get to the end of the half. And anything that's from the 40 in on either side, there's going to be a field goal attempted. So if a team can't get to the end zone late in the first half, and there's generally a score in those last 2 minutes, that's why that's a big favorite. Will there be a score in the last 2 minutes of the half? The favorites, the yes is a big favorite. I think there's a good chance that could be a field goal. So to me, that plays into all the field goal props. I think over on the number of field goals in the game is playable too. You just mentioned it, bend but don't break defenses. Saw it early last week with the Rams. They could have been out of that game early had the Saints been able to convert a couple of those early drives into touchdowns rather than field goals. And the New England, as you mentioned, is a bend but don't break.
Yeah, I think
you
they're
can pile up
17th
yards
or
against
18th in yards. They're number 3 in red zone defense, and that's Bill Belichick. He'll let you move between the 30s. He'll let you move between the 20s, but they really play a special defense when they break it down. So, hey, you only need that to happen a couple times for teams to kick the field goal and get the over prop for the game, or both to make a field goal of that level.
And Chuck Esposito earlier was mentioning that it seems like maybe the sharper players, for what it's worth, are looking more toward under props than over props. So that also ties in with field goals because, unders are generally because you're getting a lot of field goals. So, if you're looking for a direction to maybe key on for your Super Bowl props, maybe that's a decent one.
I've got a couple more in that same same thought that I like, and I'm leaning with the under. I like the direction New England's gone, and New England all of a sudden didn't change schemes because they wanted to. Going to this, they have one of the best offensive lines.
Yep.
They have this rush attack now, and they have moving it down with a 7-minute drive. I mean, you never expect that at the Patriots.
Obviously, you got the great quarterback in Brady, but you've also got 3 real weapons in the backfield in White, Michelle, and Burkhead.
Yeah, and again, we have a situation now where both teams have players that are going to be very valuable. In Burkhead and Anderson, Burkhead was 7 weeks on the IR. He wasn't any part of this team in the middle of the season. The last 4 weeks, he's back. C.J. Anderson wasn't part of the team. All of a sudden, now he is a vital part. So, we talked about having 2 teams with multiple running backs last week. You have that same situation this week, and even 3 with New England. A lot of it, if you add in the pass yards that the running backs catch for New England and add those as in the running back yards, you're going to have a substantial increase. So a couple things I like. I like total sacks by Rams under 1.5.
Okay.
Brady's not going to get sacked in this pass.
He hasn't even gotten hit the last couple of weeks.
Right. And unless they get behind by 15, he's got to throw every time. But that right now, no sacks the last 2 weeks in the playoffs. He had 1 or less sack 5 of the last 6 weeks of the regular season when Gordon went out, when they got rid of Gordon, and when they went to this rush attack. Remember, this rush attack started when they lost their deep threat Josh Gordon.
Right.
And they had to change. They had to make the adjustment, and they did. Another thing I like, total rush attempts by Rex Burkhead over 4.5. He missed games 5 through 12. In the playoffs, he's had 16 attempts. The last 5 regular season games, he's had 37 attempts. And this is one, hey, just hand the ball off to him. He doesn't need to gain yards. It doesn't matter. And I just think the way they've worked him into the system the last few weeks, under sacks, under 1.5 by the Rams, And total rush attempts by Rex Burkhardt over 5.5.
Good stuff. We'll come back. We will take a look at our WagerTalk Marquee Matchup. We haven't talked about Duke and Notre Dame yet. We will when we return.
The Las Vegas Sportsline.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and